We're now joined by two of, dare I say, the more famous siblings, never mind athletic siblings, just siblings in Canada right now. Kia Nurse, Darnell Nurse, the nurses, joining us in studio. Welcome. You guys are busy, but we appreciate the time. Thank you for joining us.
Oh, thanks for having us on.
Your summer's been crazy. I know Darnell's in town for the BioSteel camp, and you're exhausted, so we'll get to you in a second. But let's be honest, she's had a way better summer than you.
Slightly.
Gold at the Pan Ams, booked a ticket to Rio. Congratulations. I have no real first question other than congratulations to you. How's it been? How are you feeling?
Incredible. It's really hard to think that it's sinking in. It's not really getting there yet, but I mean, to go to Rio is going to be absolutely insane.
It's been for both of you guys, it's been a whirlwind of a year. I mean, you World Junior Gold, you're MVP of the gold medal game. You play your first NHL game. You win a national championship at UConn, gold at Pan Am. Like, have both of you kind of gone back and forth on a little competitive rivalry on who's done more in this year?
Yeah, I just got blown out of the water a couple of days ago, so I'm trying to recover. But yeah, it's been awesome. It's been a great year. I think for both of us, we've experienced a lot of new things, a lot of new challenges, and had the opportunity to overcome them, and as well as just succeed and excel in big games. I think it's been a lot of fun. Obviously, this summer I've been her #1 fan. Hopefully, she thinks so. Traveling, it feels like everywhere to see her play. So it's been busy for me too.
You're a top 10 NHL pick. I know you're busy. You're a busy guy, Darnell.
I'm just out there with the pom poms in the stands. So it's been a lot of fun, and it's awesome.
Is there a moment in the summer where he thinks he has this great tip for you, and in the back of your mind you're like, Darnell, shut up, I've got it?
There hasn't been one yet this summer. So most of the time when he does give you advice and does talk to you, he makes sense because he actually, he'll say it, but he actually does it. He's one of those people who actually puts action to words. Right. So I mean, sometimes I'm just like, do you know anything about basketball? Are you just going to come watch the game and sit there, or what?
Okay. Do you know anything about, you watch a lot of basketball in your life?
I know more than the average person, I think. I like to believe.
Right.
I will never give her any advice on how to play basketball, though.
Right.
I hope you would never give me any on how to play hockey.
But there has to be ideas that you guys can share. I mean, you're 19, you're 20. There has to be ideas on how to tackle certain things in life and sport, no?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing with athletes is you live a very similar lifestyle, whether you're a female or a male, and really among any sport, whether it's the sacrifice not going out on a Friday or Saturday when you got to play Sunday, Monday, or just knowing the crowd to surround yourself around. I think really knowing the benefits of what to do in order to be successful away from the playing area, so to say, is probably the greatest advantage that we have, being so close in age and going through these experiences that we've gone through.
Do you get nervous watching her compete and vice versa?
Yeah, I get nervous. I was Pan Am game at the start. I was like biting my nails and eating popcorn really fast. I'll blame that on the fact that I was nervous. But you just see her go out there and get in the zone, and it's you're like, she's about to take this over. I think that's the most fun part.
I scream at the TV.
Yeah.
I had the World Junior game on the computer connected to the TV at Connecticut. My teammates were yelling at me for watching hockey in the room, but I was just screaming at the whole TV the whole time. Get the puck out! No!
Like a lot of profanity too.
Yeah, everything in there.
Good for you.
Yeah, they're like, you're crazy.
Bringing hockey to stores. I got to ask you, and maybe what's his best attribute as an athlete, and what's her best attribute as an athlete? We'll start with Kia.
He's a workhorse, so I think that's the best thing that comes from him. No matter what, it's like, I need to be in the gym today, I need to do this, I need to do that, and he makes sure that no matter what, he's committed and he's dedicated, and it makes him better each and every day. He doesn't settle to be a good average player. He's always out there trying to get better.
That's why he's at the BioSteel camp this week.
Yeah, there you go. For her, I think a lot along the same lines of going out every day and what can I do to be better, as well as you see her leadership ability. I mean, she's 19 years old and leading her team in the biggest games that they've played all summer. I think whenever you see that, you really see her ability to lead her team, especially in big games.
So you're going to Rio, to the Olympics next year. Does that also mean you're going to Rio next year?
Oh, yeah.
Vai o Brasil, Darnell Nurse. Vai o Brasil, Darnell.
I get my tight bathing suit. work on the beach body all winter and bring some tanning oil. I'll be ready to go.
There you go. There you go. Well, one final thing for you, Kia. Were you ready for the celebrity that kind of came with this summer? Like you were the face, one of the faces with Andre DeGrasse of the Pan Ams for Canada. Obviously, a big face of Tournament of the Americas and the performance you had. Were you ready for that stardom, for lack of a better term?
I mean, I didn't think it was coming. I didn't know that my last game was going to be the way that it was. And honestly, it was really great for our team to finally get some recognition on Canadian soil because no one really seen us play. Nobody really knew about women's basketball. So for us to be able to do that and to perform that on home soil and then to be honored with the flag bearer and all that kind of stuff with the Pan Am Games was just incredible. But I'm fortunate to be surrounded by lots of athletes who have kind of done this and been through it. And I'm just following the footsteps now of people like him who just led the way for me.
Have you seen any change in her at all?
Yeah, a lot. I think the big thing with her is how confident she is in her ability to make plays and go out there and change games. Obviously, awesome with the media. I think for any female athlete or any athlete really in general, to see the way that she carries herself away from the court is just a great role model for everyone.
So I got to ask. So Dad played in the CFL. Mom played basketball at Mac. Tamika played D1. Aunt started at Syracuse. If I'm correct, cousin Sarah plays hockey at Wisconsin. And then you guys. Who's the best athlete in the family?
Well, we all know Dad will say it's him.
Yeah, Dad always
We'll
takes
never
all
give him
the-
that satisfaction.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say it's me, but I mean, he has the attitude as the best athlete.
No, I'm definitely not the best athlete.
But I would
Yeah,
give it to me or Tamika.
I'm the hardest worker, but I'm
Yeah.
definitely not the best athlete.
Who's the best basketball player?
Dad would also want to take that one too.
I watch CBC. I was watching out there, and you guys are taking shots in front of the house in Hamilton.
Yeah, but
Dad
I
still
never
got
win a
game?
basketball game. It's too much pressure being the only the basketball player in the family to win the basketball game outside, so I never win.
Oh yeah. It's like he back you down and use the girth and
It's usually me and him versus my dad and my sister.
He tries to back me down. I give him a shot in the back, and that's it.
He's
out.
injured.
He's out,
Yeah.
Oiler fans don't want to hear that. Oiler fans don't
As
want
long
to
as
hear
you're
that.
delivering the shot.
No, I'm delivering. No,
Oh,
he's
no,
not
sorry,
hitting me.
I misheard.
I'm giving it to him. No,
I'm sorry, I misheard. Edmonton, calm down. Everything's fine. Could you guys be doing what you're doing now if you did not grow up in that type of athletic environment?
I don't think so. I think, if we had the drive, we'd definitely be able to do it. I mean, we're chasing dreams here and working real hard for them. But I mean, there's three of us that have played at really high levels, and I think that a lot of that has to do with the way we were brought up. Our parents always made us go to school, get good marks. We couldn't play if we didn't have good marks. We were always forced to not only focus on sport, we also had to balance everything else around. I think growing up in that environment, it really pushed us to rely on each other, but at the same time do whatever we can to get to the next level.
It's funny. We were talking a couple days ago about how quarterback in football in the NFL has become probably the most scrutinized position in all of sports. Has Uncle Donovan instilled any piece of that poise under pressure in you guys? What's the best advice you've gotten from Mr. McNabb?
I probably talked to him more than you do. Yeah. I think the biggest thing that he's always taught me, I think it goes a lot with how I carry myself now, is how hard you have to work in order not only to get there but to stay there. I think a big thing with him is every summer, no matter how old he was in the gym every day, putting in that work. And he was always someone that I got the opportunity to go work out with for a few summers, and it was crazy. You go to the gym with him, and he's the hardest worker in there. At that point, he was over 30 years old. I think anytime you see that type of work ethic, it definitely inspires you and pushes you to drive yourself to get to that level.
So you kind of understood what it took to be a pro?
Yeah, it's definitely something that he taught me from a very young age. I mean, I was 13 going to Arizona for a summer.
Yeah.
It just, he taught me a lot of what to do in order to get to the next level.
You're at BioSteel this week. There's a whack of NHLers and aspiring NHLers there. So you're there. Connor McDavid's there. Taylor Hall is there. And I know Oiler fans are reading what's going on and because not a lot of people get in, but the visions of sugar plums are dancing in their heads at the thought of you three out there. Two questions. What's the camp been like for you? What does it do for you, a guy at your level, and other NHLers? And two, what have you seen out of Connor? And you know him a little bit, but Taylor Hall as well on the ice together for the first time. What are your initial impressions of that? Yeah, well, obviously the camp is great, especially to have it at this time in the summer and be around those guys that you know I've done this for a while. You know, with Sagan out there, Delzato, guys like that. Trevor Daley was out there, so there's a lot of guys out there who've played in the league for a while now, and it's good to go out there. The pace is really high. The benefit of a camp like that is there's really nothing around like that where you're going out there, working out in the morning, getting on the ice. They're like 4-hour days, and I think it's a great simulation of what training camp is when that comes around in September. I mean, seeing Connor and Taylor obviously gives everyone butterflies, and I know they're out there playing on the same team, so you know they're all very special players. Very lucky to have the opportunity that I'm going to be able to play with them coming here shortly. So I mean, it's always fun when you see that amount of talent on the ice, and hopefully I can contribute and add to that.
As for you, Kia, it's been a pretty damn busy summer for you. Do you get any time off before you go back to stores in Yukon?
Yeah, right now will be my time off until I go back. Classes start on the 31st, so running around the Hammer, hanging out with family and friends, and just chilling.
Nice.
Watching the Ticats not lose at Tim Hortons Field.
Absolutely.
Ticats are on fire.
Field.
There you go. There you go. So that's your sked coming up. I mean, and I said this before the interview. You deserve another week because you've worked a lot this summer. So just so you know,
I call Gino.
I feel.
Yes. Work out sometime.
You could call
Well, you know, I'm good with Division I coaches. I can see what I can do. So that's your schedule coming up. When does Oilers camp begin next week or next month exactly?
We have rookie tournament on the 10th, and then main camp starts on the 17th.
How much conversation have you had with the new hierarchy?
Yeah, well, a lot of communication at development camp. I was there, that would have been 3-4 weeks ago, and it was great to have the ability to meet them and get their insight on what needs to be done to get myself a spot.
Well, a big year for both of you. The encore will be more special if you can pull something off in Rio and you start playing in the show a little bit
Enjoy
more.
Rio too.
Yeah, apparently. And your bathing suit. Yeah. Canada's first family of sports, or at least quickly becoming that. The Nurses, thank you very much for stopping by, guys.
Thanks
Thanks for having us.